Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode today here on the Growing Green Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I am so excited to come to you today with another fresh new Marriage Monday for you. This is episode 62 of Marriage Mondays. Cannot believe we've been doing it that long. I'm shocked. I don't know. I'm not shocked, but I'm happy that we made it this long.
Pleasantly surprised.
And you've been here with us most of the time.
Yeah.
So, Savannah, how you doing this evening?
Good. I look at a rough patch there. Not long after Jack was born, I was
you were struggling
to make it.
You were struggling. We were all struggling. Life
True.
was struggling.
True.
But everybody's good. Life is rocking and rolling right now. We finished 75 Hard last 2 weeks ago, and so you
2 weeks.
Well, no, it hadn't been 2 weeks. It's been just over a week.
Barely
I guess,
been a week. Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Just over a week. But we did a recap show on Friday. If you missed that one, go check that out because we talk more than just 75 Hard. Like we talk about what it did for us, kind of the things that we got out of it, and so on and so forth. So check that one out. That was actually a really good show. Today, what we're going to get into is we're going to do one more recap, and then we should be done recapping for a while.
I was about to say, I feel like we've done a lot of these.
We should be done for a while, though. So talk about Together in the Trades. And I have a feeling, so we're recording this pretty real time, and I guarantee you, I bet there's going to be some other people do their recap shows today. So if you're listening to a couple other podcasts, you're probably going to get a couple different recap shows. I'm totally guessing there. I know nothing. I'm just thinking of the schedule and the way everybody else's week goes, the same way ours week goes. And so it would not shock me if there are multiple recap shows today. But if there's multiple recap shows, then that just should tell you more of how important it is that you are there. And so, wow, I was not loud. I was way turned down. I should not have been that low. So hopefully you can hear me now. If you were on the mower, you probably couldn't hear me the first minute and a half. But didn't realize my sound was so low. So coming through loud and clear now. But what do you want to get into? What do you want to say about it? I don't want to just walk through like what the event was. Like that doesn't do anything for people that weren't there.
Well, you could summarize what it is really quick, just so people know what
if you've listened to this show, then you should know what Together in the Trades is. We've talked about it. We've given so much advertisement for that thing in the last 6 months. But it's a summer for couples in business. Travel around every year. It was in Big Sky, Montana this year. It's hosted by the Almonds and the Fullertons. They do a fantastic bang-up job there, and so it was a great event this year. It was last Friday and Saturday, not this past one, but the week before that. So it was a great event. It was so nice getting to meet people and hang out and have a good time together. Had some great sponsors there with us, Synced Up, Vermeer, and Kohler. Thanks to them. If y'all did go to the event, make sure when you see them at a booth or you see them on social media or you buy one of their products or you sign up for their software, then mention that to them. Mention that because I know the importance of sponsorships and how it literally keeps the lights on, keeps the bills low, keeps the ticket price low. Without those, the ticket price cannot be $200, and so it is what it is. It costs way more than that to get to put the event on, and so without them, couldn't do it. So say thank you, tell them you heard about them or you saw them presenting at Together in the Trades. And that would be a huge help to the Almonds and the Fullertons there with that show moving forward, getting new sponsors in, more sponsors, growing the show, making it better, all things that way. So for us, I said, let's talk some travel. If you have never traveled with a baby, then you're going to be in for a rude awakening when you do. But hopefully we give you some insight and a little bit of tips and things along the way. We haven't done it with 2 yet.
Nope.
So I'm scared for that. That's like a whole different ball game. We were talking to Brian and Liz about their travel days, and it's just our travel day with one is a lot. I just can't fathom 2 under 2. There's no words for that.
Honestly, after
we were making the joke, their war chest could not be full enough going into a travel day.
Well,
and you'll get more of that in a minute, but.
Yeah, they went down a few days ahead of everybody else just to kind of make a trip out of it and get settled and whatnot. And we were asking them how it went, and Liz was like, "We live here now. We live in Montana.
We're never going home.
We're never doing that again.
We're packing up. We're staying here.
We're having everything shipped here. This is where we live now."
We will start cutting grass here.
Ha ha ha. And keep in mind, they have 2, we only have 1. And we got there, we're meeting up. And they're like, "How is it?" And I was like, "Well, y'all have friends that live here now."
Yeah.
Because we're never going back. We're never doing that again.
Yep.
The amount of stuff.
It's insane.
I can't fathom doing it with two.
It's a child, like, the kid is 2 feet tall. He's not even 2 feet tall.
Yeah, truly.
And he takes up a suitcase bigger than me.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
He pours into my suitcase.
Oh my god!
And the stroller.
We're just at such a weird age. Like, we're at not a bad age, but like it's a hard
age.
Yeah, we are. It's a hard stage to travel though because of how much stuff you have to take.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think. And Jack is formula fed, so he takes bottles.
Yep.
We have to travel with 17 bottles.
Yep. And we didn't even pack diapers.
Yeah, we didn't pack diapers on purpose.
We bought diapers there. Yeah, so that was one thing we didn't even have to pack. But, and, thankfully, most places will provide, a pack and play or whatever.
Yeah, we were talking about that. That is, like, clutch. Yeah. And if maybe you didn't know that, if you don't travel much, hotels, resorts.
Yeah, we always call prior to.
I always call and check, but, like, I've never had anybody tell me, no, we don't provide pack and place or a crib for babies. So that saves a lot of hassle. If we had to carry that stuff.
Oh, my gosh. And, airlines will check, strollers, car seats, pack and place, that stuff for free. So you don't have to, and it doesn't count as one of your bags. So
unless it's Spirit. Spirit probably would charge you for it. But
we're not getting into that.
Go back and listen to that show a couple weeks ago if you want to hear some good entertainment.
So we have like 1,070,000 things, counting all of Jack's stuff. He's got
We had 3 people going.
We had 3 people, and we had
3 adults and 1 baby.
Yeah.
And we had checked 6 bags.
Yeah.
We checked 6 bags. We had 2 backpacks.
Yeah.
And a carry-on.
Stroller.
And a carry-on. We had 2 backpacks, a carry-on.
The stroller.
And the stroller.
And 6 bags.
6 bags. 6 suitcases.
For like 5 days.
It's lunacy.
Insanity.
It is lunacy. The fact that it takes this much to travel.
We had to
And you got there and was like, I underpacked. I don't have enough.
I underpacked for myself.
I know.
Yeah. I was like, this is nuts. Jack had plenty of stuff. I don't know what I did with myself. I don't even know what I packed. I made sure I had like a nice outfit for the day we had our thing. But other than that, I didn't know what I put in there for myself. I just packed everything for him and made sure we had all that, which we did. I did not forget anything for him. So that was fine. But yeah, it was stressful trying to pack for him for trips like that. It's just hard. But getting to like the travel aspect of it for us, we flew out of an airport that was 2 hours away. So we
flew out of Atlanta. We've probably talked about that before. We drive to Atlanta if the price difference is enough to justify. Because a lot of times cheaper flights go, because Atlanta's a bigger airport, it's a little cheaper to fly to Birmingham, and you can usually get direct flights instead of connecting.
Yes,
so there's a lot of variations, a lot of different factors as to why we go out of Atlanta as opposed to Birmingham, because we have a great airport. We've talked about that before. Like, we're very blessed.
It's clutch.
20 minutes from us. It flies almost anywhere.
If
money was no object, we really probably fly to there every single time because we would always connect it and time.
No,
it
here's
just
the thing. Like, that's not necessarily true because it's a smaller airport, so it's relatively limited.
Yeah.
On like your times and your actual flights. Like, I'm not.
It's not all money. It's the connecting. A lot of times we have to fly over to Atlanta and sit there for an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Yeah, or you have like 2 or 3 connections and you leave at terrible times and it's a literal all day travel day. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. But we flew out of Atlanta, so we took the truck and your truck bed was like full of all of our stuff.
Yeah,
so you had so many bags. We get there and we have to. Atlanta's so big that you have to basically park. You don't have to, but we park our car at a rental. Yeah. And so then you got to unload there, reload stuff onto their tram, get on the tram, ride over, which blows my mind. This is such a side note that Jack can be on there just like playing in the seat or being held, but we're like on the interstate with other cars. And I'm like,
it's not like private roads.
This feels insanely unsafe.
It's just the same principle as school buses. Like all the kids on school buses going around town.
But like also he's an infant.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally. It's weird. Why just because you're on a bus you don't have to wear a seatbelt
or be in a car seat or anything.
They don't let you be in a stroller. It just pisses me off. But
wait, I thought he was one time.
He was one time. That everybody since then has always said no.
Yeah.
That lady just didn't care that day. But yeah, everybody since then has always said no.
So we get there and then we have to unload again and get everything over there, and it was just such an ordeal getting it checked.
The most stressful process in traveling, 100%, is getting bags checked and getting through security. Once you get through security,
would argue that it's just getting all of your stuff,
the bags checked
because you have so much. Like we had 6 bags,
and it's 6 tags. That's
stuff.
6 info.
That's just getting all your crap up
and
there.
There's a lot of people like pushing you through. Like this is Atlanta. This is the busiest airport in the world.
Yeah, in the world.
Yes, it is.
What?
Yeah. Atlanta's huge. It's the busiest airport in the world.
Anyways, and everybody decided to fly Southwest this day. Of course, they always do.
Yeah, it sucks. We traveled pretty consistently through COVID, like through and after COVID. And it was nice because we never had full flights. The last year of traveling, every flight we've been on has been like 0 empty seats.
We had 4 flights this trip. Every single one of them was completely full.
Like no
Not
empty
a single
seats.
seat.
No empty seats.
We were like, great, love that.
Everybody had standby lines. When we were leaving Montana, we were talking to the guy I was talking to the guy at the counter, and he was like, "Yeah, we have like 6 standby waiting, but I don't have a flight with an open seat until nighttime tomorrow." From when we were leaving. Oh my
gosh!
Everything they had was completely sold out.
Wow.
So,
anyways,
welcome to back to pre-COVID traveling.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
I think it might be more than pre-COVID because everybody was so locked up. They're like, "I'm getting out. I'm going."
I feel like it.
I don't know, but yeah. So this has been 10 minutes to describe us getting to Atlanta.
Anyways, we got there and it was fine. It was a long day, but we stayed like an hour outside of Big Sky the first night we were there, which is nice because it's an hour drive.
5 minutes from the airport.
Yeah, it's an hour drive, and Jack could not have handled another hour in the car. He was so tired. We were all so like.
He was not that good on the plane that day. Going there,
it was
the
World
flight
War
there.
III, getting him to try to nap on the plane. That was horrendous.
That's
and then
been
on
our
the second
biggest
flight, we just didn't even try. We were like, whatever, just do whatever you want to do. He's not going to sleep. It was terrible.
People are impressed how good he sleeps. Like that's one thing we've done decent at is helping like train him into getting into like a good sleep cycle.
But
it's almost to our deficit.
We didn't train him. Like we're really.
Well, you did. I mean, we did. We put the steps in place. Like
yeah, but there wasn't like
he's a good sleeper on top of that.
Like we had to just let him scream it out. We did not do that. We just.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
He's a good. But we didn't train him. He's a good sleeper.
I mean, you did in a sense. You did. We didn't like torture him and leave him in there and bawl his eyes out. But we did the same routine. Like it's the same thing as like. Taking a dog out, you do the same routine every single time, and the dog knows what to do. I mean, comparing my kid to a dog, but we did the same routine every single night when he was a baby, and he learned like what we do when we go to sleep, and I think that made a difference, 100%.
Yes, I agree.
He knows his routine going to bed.
But
long story short, it's turned out to be our deficit because now when we
he won't
travel,
sleep if that's not
he
the
won't
case.
sleep if he's not in his environment, and it's like it's great when he's in it because he doesn't really wake up much. Now he'll wake up tonight because I said that because it always happens.
Why would you do that?
Like I'll post a story today
I'm so
talking about him waking up tonight because we're recording this on Sunday. He will have woken up tonight, I promise you. And so
you're getting out with him.
No chance.
Yep.
But anyways, he would not sleep on the plane.
So yeah, that was actually terrible. So we get there, he goes down, we all get a good night's sleep. Actually, he woke up that night.
Yeah, he woke up. Yeah.
Whatever. And then we got into Big Sky, and it was so nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty drive up. Just kind of hung out that day. We didn't really there was nothing on the agenda that day.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we set up that day, didn't we?
I thought that was the meetup.
Was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was Thursday. Oh, man, I forget.
God,
it was a packed weekend, honestly.
I felt like
it flew by.
Well, we
drove up on Thursday, set up for 2 hours.
And then we were supposed to have the meetup, and then the restaurant pretty much just like...
Yeah, this meetup's been planned.
I'm still so confused about how that even
they're like, oh, there's
down.
a wedding here. We have one server. You can't come.
But, I heard that they tried to call ahead and reserve it and say, like, we want to have an event or whatever on this night. How do we need to make that happen? They're like, oh, you don't need to do anything. Just show up. And they're like, are you sure we don't need to make any type of reservation? They're like, yeah, no, really. You just come. You don't need to make a reservation. So we did. And then they're like, oh, no, we're having a wedding party here. We only have one.
Keep in mind, this is 100 people, 150 people that are going to eat dinner.
So everyone was aggravated. So then we go to this other restaurant that also.
The famous Chet's.
Chet's.
Because
Nothing else was open past 7
If you went
p.m.
together in trades, you know what Chet's is because you ate there about 7 times.
Yeah, because if you didn't get dinner in by 6 or 6:30, that was your option.
Literally.
No, like I'm
so
not
Big Sky,
joking.
So Big Sky is
it.
a preface. Big Sky is a resort. It's a ski resort.
Yeah.
This is the off season. They have a lot of mountain biking, but it's still the off season. Like mountain biking is the only thing keeping them open right now. They're the biggest. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 100%. That's all it was mountain biking people. But it's still their off season, so their skeleton staff just keeping things open and trying to keep going. And so everything closes literally 7 o'clock. Everything there, the little store there, the restaurants,
grocery store. Like, you can't even go buy like a bag of Cheez-Its or like
everything was closed at 7.
A Coke. Like I mean, there's vending machines, but like you can't get anything.
There was one restaurant in the hotel that was open,
past
and that
7.
was Chet's.
What time did they close?
It closed at 9 or 9:30, I think.
Oh my gosh, I was not even late. But yeah, so we tried to go to Chet's, and they
were not happy.
But
I would not be either because it's skeleton staff. They had one bartender, they had like 3 waitresses, and it was
then
not
we had
good.
127 people walk in at 8 o'clock or 7:30, whenever.
Yeah,
and it ended up being fine. We had it. It was a great time. Everybody got to hang out. It's much more of an intimate setting.
Oh yeah, everybody was up close and personal, but it was good. Everybody developed. I mean, a lot of good conversations. I mean, it was the first night too, so like you just got right into it. Like everybody hung out and had fun, and so that was good. But that was Thursday. Moved on to Friday. Friday was the big day. Savannah. So actually, Thursday, our whole night was trying to get baited into speaking first.
I forgot about
because
that.
we were on the lineup for Friday. And we were the last speakers on Friday.
Well,
but
no.
Yeah, we were.
Were we last?
Yes.
I guess, I forget we were half days. Yeah.
But Caleb and Brittany did not want to go first. And so Brittany spent the whole night, Thursday night, trying to get us to go first on Friday.
And I was like, yeah, no, that's way too much pressure. Part of me was like, should we get it over with? The other part of me was like, I don't want to I don't want to be the one
for the conference,
to set the tone. Yeah. No, it was decided, no, sorry, not doing that. So Friday we get up, dark and early.
Oh, this was still setting up hard.
Because we're still working out.
Yeah.
And we worked out. We did our last morning indoor workout. And we got ready and we went downstairs and saw everybody. And they served a really, it looked good, breakfast.
Yeah, it was pretty good that
day. What else did we start out? I think there wasn't anything crazy starting out. Like we just
Caleb and Brittany spoke.
They changed it this year. This is the first year they did 2 half days.
Yeah.
So they served breakfast for everybody, and then we were out by lunch, which was nice.
It was good. Yeah. It was very good. And so Caleb and Brittany started the show off with what did you say? I forgot
Life by Design.
Life by Design. That was it.
It was good.
They did very good.
Yeah.
They always do good. They always we don't want to do this. Caleb hates it, but they always do very good.
I was about to say, I feel like he always complains about so much, but they do such a good job. Yeah. So he's going to keep getting sucked back into it.
Exactly. I think one day he literally might just try to tank one just so he doesn't have to do it again.
I could see that.
Probably if we ever do a conference and we ask him to come speak, that'll be the one he tanks. He'll be like, "I'm never. This is it. I give up."
Not for you.
So, anyway, they did great. Talked about.
It was just Life by Design, being intentional. Really,
the thing that I think stuck with everybody was Christmas in 30 years. That's what I heard everybody talking about. What
does it look like?
What does your Christmas look like in 30 years?
Yeah, who's there? Who's not there? Not in like a morbid way, but what does it look like? Where are you? Who's there? What are y'all doing? What's your plan for? The next week, whatever, and are you doing the things right now to make that happen? Is your life heading in that direction? So
putting things in place every day, taking small action steps to get there.
Being intentional with your kids, with your life,
which is good. I mean, we could do a whole show based on that.
It was really good.
There's so much stuff you can go into there. It's hard to fit in 30 minutes. That's the thing. When you have 30, 40-minute time slots to get a whole speech in, that's tough to do. So I think everybody went long, literally. I think everybody that spoke went long, which is good because it means they were passionate about what they're speaking about. And we went long. I know literally I think everybody went long. Then Vermeer got to speak, and then Jeff and Kathy Joyner got started their talk, having an epic marriage. Jeff is just like a dynamic speaker. He just knows how to win the crowd over.
I was going to say, he's so entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, he's a sales trainer, and he goes and speaks to sales teams and things. He does a lot of other conferences and stuff, but he's very good at getting the crowd into his speech, and he even admits this. He's like, most of the time when I'm talking to people, they don't want to be there. Like I have to win. I literally have to win them over.
It's like
because
corporate.
It's corporate. Like they're forced to be there. They want to be asleep.
Job training stuff.
So he's very good at that. It was nice having Kathy with him this year. They did a good job. Just talking about their marriage. Jeff was the leading Campbell's Soup sales rep in the U.S., which probably should tell you in and of itself that he traveled a lot. And so they talked about that, about how that affected their marriage early on in life and how they combated that, how they kind of navigated those waters of Kathy was at home with the kids, but he was on the road. How did they not let that get in the way of their marriage and their relationship? How do they actually use that to benefit them? Talked about how Kathy was still doing things at the house and what she was saying to the kids and things and how important that was. And I think that's something that was very relatable to a lot of guys because when you're out in the field 8, 10, 12 hours a day, then what's your wife saying at home to the kids when you miss dinner?
Yeah.
What's being portrayed there?
Yeah, that was really cool and something really, I don't know, I guess it stuck with me too is, she was never going to talk down about him being at work. She was never going to put that spin on it.
No, and that's something that we might have talked about this on the show before, but that's some marriage advice that we got, and we really talk about it like multiple times a month probably. I feel like this comes up in some way, shape, or form, but like your parents told us this before we got married, and they were like, the number one thing that we have never done and that we recommend is you never, ever, ever talk bad about your spouse to anyone.
Yeah.
Your kids, your friends, your parents, your in-laws, nobody.
Yeah.
You never talk bad about your spouse. You are always on the same team. You always stay with them, and you never let anything get in between you like that.
Yeah. And I think she even took it a step farther and was like talking about it in a positive light. Like she was saying that he was helping people.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't out working or, oh, dad's, out doing this. He's late again or he's doing this. Like, no, he's helping people because in one way or another, what you do, like you're serving people in your community, based off what your job is. But like it just helped her kids see him in such a better light. And take the attention off of him not being there, because obviously we've talked so much about before, but it's a given. It's a given, but you still need to be reminded that they would much rather be there at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to know that, but also forget it in those moments.
100%, and that's this is all the cliff notes. Like if you've heard us recap something like this before, then like these are the cliff notes. You cannot get the full thing, the full experience, unless you're at these events. This is why we talk about the importance of them, why we try to get everyone that we can to come to them, because if you don't, then you don't get the full versions. You just get to hear this stuff. And this stuff is helpful. I think you can take some real nuggets away from this, but it's just not the full thing. So come join us next year. But then we had the honor of speaking. I don't know. They probably never asked us to come back ever.
Okay.
Because we went long. We definitely went over our time.
I didn't feel like we did. I felt like
we went long. We went like 35 or 40 minutes. And I think
it was like 5 minutes.
No,
long.
I think we went 40 actually. I don't know. We were a little late getting, like I said, everybody went late that day, just because everybody was passionate about what they're talking about, and so everything got pushed back. But I feel like we did all right. I really think we did okay. We talked about defining roles in marriage and how important that's been for us. And we might talk about that more in the future, kind of dive into a little bit of what we talked about in our speech here on the show. But it was one of those things we just got to share what actually has helped us along the way and how important defining roles for us has been, as far as who takes the trash out to who feeds the dogs to are we getting the house cleaned or are we doing it ourselves to who's putting gas in the car, like all the things of daily life and business tasks that have to get done.
Down to like who keeps food in the house, who manages the money, like who, all of the things.
All of those things as far as having some type of role put in place and clearing up unexplained expectations. You need to make sure that we're not having expectations that the other spouse is not meeting because they don't know about them. And so if they don't know, they can't meet them. And those are things that we got to combat and work with and work on in our marriage. And so that's what we talked about for the majority of our speech. Kind of went more in depth in that. And then that was it. That was it for the day on Friday as far as the conference goes. Then we just got to hang out got to talk to so many good people. Like we've developed so many great friends in this industry over the past 3 years. Of you only get to see them 3 or 4 times a year, but I feel like every time we see them, like life just picks up right where it left off, and it's just the way we see them. Like we got to talk to the Strongs, we got to talk to the Kendalls, and it's just like, man, this is just awesome. Getting to hang out, get to see Lamont and his wife. Like there's so many. I name one, I can't name them all. Like the Suttons, the Shellers, everybody that we get to see and hang out with is just like, this is fantastic. I love getting to see, hang out, catch up. We got to do some great podcasts. Actually, on Friday or Thursday night, we podcasted on Thursday night. I forgot about that.
That's when I went to
with
sleep.
Paul Capote and Josh Sutton in the lobby.
Oh, no, that was not.
That was another one.
Dang, I forgot you did them like every night.
We did them twice. And then...
And we did it every night.
No. We didn't do it on Friday night. We just did it Saturday.
And Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, I guess.
But Friday was good. It was just, got to hang out, go around the resort. It was just like, it's so great getting to be at the resort in the summertime because I want to go back in the winter now and see it when it's full of snow.
Yeah.
Because we know what's on the ground. I was talking tonight, we were eating with some family and we were talking about the trip, and I was like, now that I know what's on the ground and I've seen that, I want to go back in the winter and know when it's covered so I can be like, dude, I know what's under that snow. I know how heavy, like how deep that snow is right there because I know this. And so it was cool there. It was also getting Friday, I think, Friday and Saturday, the helicopter was it was operating both days. But so they're building this there's this massive, what are they called? Ladder cranes or what is that? An L? I can't think of the name. I could have told you that if I didn't try to. The crane that looks like an L. It looks like an upside down L up on top of the mountain. And they had like 2 of them up there, and they were building this new ski building thing. I think they're putting a restaurant up there, but then the thing where the lift goes and the carts stay in there in like a warming station and things for the winter. They're putting one of those on top of this. The highest peak they have there, it's like 11 or 12,000 feet, I think. And it was so cool. They had a helicopter running all day Friday, all day Saturday, just carrying materials up and down the mountain, dropping things off because somebody asked, how expensive does it cost to run that thing? And the guy just came back and said, it's cheaper than building a road. And that was a good answer because I think they were spending like 100 and something gallons of fuel an hour.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a lot of money. It
was a lot of money, but it was really cool getting to see that. And so we just rode up and down the lifts, walked around the resort, hung out.
Friday? I didn't feel like we did that on Friday.
Maybe we didn't do the lifts Friday, but I think we may have just hung out and ate lunch.
I'm really trying hard to remember what we did. I think we had...
Was Friday the day you took a nap? I think Friday was the day you took a nap.
I don't remember. I just remember Friday was the day we had the poker run.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Friday's the day you took a nap, I'm pretty sure. We just chilled. The days all run together.
We had to do our last outdoor workout.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep, we walked around the resort for an hour, which was a workout.
We went on that little hike up one of the trails. That's what we did.
That was cool. We walked down by like a river and stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
I was low-key scared we were going to get attacked by a bear.
Yeah, I was a little...
Because we did see a bear.
We did see a bear. That was on Sunday.
There was a bear at the resort just like chilling, trying to get in the trash cans, in the dumpsters. The people just walked out with like, shoo, scat, like, get away, like, go home.
Like
and
it's a little raccoon or something.
Literally, it's a full-on black bear just standing there looking at you. It was a baby, but still, it was like, I'm not messing with that thing.
It was funny.
They were just like, y'all are so dumb. Like, we were all standing there with our phones, like, following it, and they were just like,
videoing.
Get out. Like, they were just driving. Oh, man. So that was Friday. Saturday, got up. 75 Hard was done on Friday.
Yeah, it was. Well, we did the little poker run. That was fun.
We did that Friday night. Got to meet everybody.
We got to meet everybody. That was, like, one of the coolest parts about doing that.
Yeah, everybody came through or everybody that played the game. Everybody that played the game. Yeah. But everybody played the game. It was probably, 50, 60 people, I would say.
Yeah.
Played the game. And so just got to do that Friday night. And then Saturday, got up. 75 Hard was done. Savannah got to eat breakfast. She was excited about that. We just got to hang out and got up and went to conference.
Saturday was the best day because we just got to enjoy it. Because we were done, with our little presentation or whatever. So there were no nerves. We just got to enjoy it and hang out and learn. And I think, so I got to eat breakfast. Woohoo. And then I think Brian and Liz opened it up. Was that right? On Saturday?
Yes, they did. They opened up.
And theirs was really good.
Yeah, Brian and Liz always do a bang-up job. They really thrive in the sense of, like, empowering people, motivating people, things like that. And that's the speeches that they always do. They always do well. They put a lot of thought into them. I think this one was one of their better ones. They're all good, but it was good. I'm talking about your war chest. Is your war chest full? Are you
like the equivalent to a love bank, but also you know how this time in life and what we're all kind of dealing with and going through, love bank just doesn't really cut it. You know, you need something a little stronger than that. So it's just what are you doing to make sure that that's full, and the importance of that, and how to kind of apply and use it when you go through harder times in your marriage, or just, you know, more challenging times. So
yeah, and that's why I made the war chest reference earlier in the show about them on the travel day, because we were like, I hope their war chest was full, because their travel day is their story to tell. I'm sure they'll talk about it on one of their podcasts, but it was scary to say the least. Like I felt bad for them, but they made it home eventually. So then we had Synced Up got to present theirs, and then Jeff and Kathy Joyner got their second speech in, which was awesome. They just tagged up and finished from what Friday was, just closing in on what is an epic marriage. They gave some homework to do and ask your spouse some questions and things like that, which was good. Everybody liked that. It was interactive.
Yeah,
and came back with a lot of good crowd engagement that day. They had a little Q&A with them, I think, or not Q&A, but he asked questions and people. I guess that is Q&A.
Well, I think it was just following up on homework that he'd given the day before.
Yeah, and people answered, and
people actually did it, and it was good. And then Taint and Marriage closed them out.
That's right. Kohler, got to hear from Kohler a little bit,
yes.
or I forgot who talked about Kohler, but maybe it was Brian or somebody. I don't know.
Did you talk about Synced Up?
Yeah, they. What was his name? If I would have said it, I could have.
Yeah, I know. Same. Dang it.
Gene.
Yep.
Yeah, Gene did awesome. Like he had never done public speaking before. He did awesome.
It was good.
His hand was shaking like I've never seen before. He's sitting at our table, and he sat down, and I was like, the whole table was about
if
to
you
shake.
could have seen my hands before we got up there, my knees were shaking too.
Yeah, I know, but it was good. He really, like, you would not have known he was nervous. He presented awesome. So I was very thankful for them, and I love the guys that Synced Up. Wes and everything they got going on over there is just fantastic. And then ended the event speaker wise with Tandem Marriage, Brad and Tammy, and that is one that they're OGs. They've been in it from the beginning of trades, and they've done so good the whole time. They're actual marriage counselors. They're actually licensed and qualified to be there, and we were just like up there talking about our lives, but they were like actually giving good stuff, and
like
so
sound good advice.
Sound marriage advice.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them. They're so mellow. They're so laid back. They're so kind to each other and just like
they
loving.
Really are.
And I love it because it's real. Like if you have conversation with them outside of
genuine.
the event, it's like that's
forced.
how they talk.
Yep.
So it's awesome to see that, and so hopefully we're actually gonna be having Brad and Tammy on the show in the near future. So
that would be so cool.
Go to Instagram, and we're gonna actually put up a poll there. Probably put it in story highlights, maybe if you can still do that. I don't know. I don't know if a poll can stay active that long. I think it's only 24 hours. I don't know. Is a poll active if it's in your highlights? I'd have to check that out. But
I don't think it is. You can only view the results.
That's what I thought. We're gonna put up a poll in the next couple of days with some questions for Brad and Tammy, and because that's what they requested. I asked them to be on the show, and they said we will happily be on the show, but we want to do a Q&A type session we want people to ask us specific questions. We want to prepare and talk about those questions. So if you will, then go over to Instagram, follow us there at Growing Green Landscapes, and we will get those questions and present them and ask a few to them. Probably won't get to ask 50 questions because they're very, like I said, they're methodical. They think their answers through. They research. They give good sound advice. So one question will probably take 5 or 10 minutes to answer, but good chance you can get your question answered. So we'll put that poll up soon talking about that. And then we ended the show with what was that? Like an overall Q&A.
Like a
people
panel.
Got to fill out their cards on the table and ask speakers questions and things. And that was really cool getting to see people ask specific questions to specific speakers about certain like aspects of life that they're going through and navigating. And we were able to answer a couple of those. Just what do we do? One of the questions was, what do we do every single day?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, we always in the mornings talk about what the day looks like before I leave, because the day is always different. We never know what's going to happen, but I always try to give some type of like outline of when I'll be home, what the plan is, and things will change, but you communicate that as they change. But at least that means when we leave each other in the morning, there's some sort of a plan.
Right.
That helps you. So
definitely.
that was how we ended the show. And then we traveled home. And we hung out. We got to hang out with friends.
We stayed till Monday.
Yeah, hung out Saturday afternoon.
Did the lifts.
Did the lifts a lot Saturday.
More Westward Social.
Ate Westward Social again. And that was the other restaurant.
Wasn't Saturday when we tried to go to that barbecue place?
Yes. Oh, Saturday we went to dinner. And we drove down the mountain.
It's past 7 o'clock.
Yes,
so
everything was closed.
You can't eat up there.
We drove down the mountain, which is like 20 minutes.
We couldn't do Chet's again at this point. We were like, we have to have something else to eat.
Drove down the mountain, like 20 minutes away. There was this barbecue place multiple people had gone to. We were like, yeah, we'll try that.
We saw Brad and Tammy there.
Brad and Tammy were there. They highly recommended it. They were like, this is awesome. You need to eat here.
Somebody else I thought you said was there.
Sutton, not that night.
Oh,
Sutton's had gone.
We heard
and they said it was great. So I was like, we'll go. We saw the picture of the ribs, and I said, we'll be there. We went, and they were like 2-hour wait, and we had a group of 6. So we were like, that's not happening. And so went down the road like 10 minutes further.
There's no service. You can't look up anything.
There's zero service.
So
we were like, which way do we go to the next restaurant?
Yeah, we're like, anything else?
This is Montana, keep in mind. Like,
right.
You could go an hour and not pass anything.
And she's like, there's what is it called?
Corral.
It was
literally called the Corral.
5 miles up the road or so. And we were like, well, okay. So we all hopped in the back of the car. And
we crammed 6 people into a 5-person Jeep.
Yeah, and I had to just totally trust her on it and drove 5 miles, and there it was.
Yeah, it was just a little bar and grill.
And it was fun.
It was pretty good. It wasn't anything crazy.
We waited
longer. We literally waited longer. We didn't wait long to sit down, but our food took longer.
It did.
And so it was good though. But we had some.
Good.
That was one of my favorite nights. We got to have amazing conversations.
Yeah.
Just really like hear how other people are growing their businesses, how they're growing their lives. Got to talk about just a lot of things coming up in the future.
Yeah.
And how we want to do things. And so that was a great night with friends hanging out there. And then we headed back, and that was when we recorded podcasts up until I think it was like midnight.
Yeah,
that was our show on Wednesday. What are you suffering for with AJ and Alicia Brensel and Caleb Allman? Part 2 is on his show, the Kid Contractor Podcast for Wednesday. Go check that out. Should I do it?
No.
Should I do it?
I knew you were about to try and redeem yourself. Do not do it. Next. Then Sunday, we just hung out. We did the lifts. That's when we saw the bear. We went to breakfast.
Yeah, we saw the bear that morning.
That's when we went to breakfast. That was a good morning, too.
Where did we go to breakfast? Oh, yeah, Chet's, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Chet's again. Surprise.
That was good, though. Their breakfast. We had not had their breakfast yet. And their breakfast was extremely
breakfast
good.
Was really good. French toast.
And Jack thought he ran the whole restaurant.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
Jack is, if you've been around us,
I'm sorry.
If you've never been around us, then you don't know. You don't really know Jack in person yet. Hopefully one day you get to hang out. We'd love to hang out with you. If you get to hang out with us in the next 6 months, you're going to see how loud Jack is as a baby.
He acts like he's on crack all the time.
He is the loudest baby I've ever known. Like 100%.
So serious.
He's not even mad. He's just loud. He just screams.
He yells all the time for nothing.
And he's happy. He says hi. If you say hi.
I can't even do it.
But then he randomly gets mad and
But it's like mid scream, he's like happy, and then mid scream, it's like
and then his face turns red.
And you're like, oh my gosh. And then he's just smiling.
And he's not like level 5. He is level 9.5. Yeah, out of 10.
12 out of 10. And you're like, bro, what's going on? What do you need?
Literally, what else can I do for you?
Yeah, and he was also just one of those kids that we love very much, but he doesn't stay satisfied with one thing for very long. So, we're, frantically always just trying to, find things to entertain him. Because, one toy might do the trick for, 3 minutes. And, 3 minutes is kind of a long time. So we just rotate them out constantly, and he's yelling constantly, and we're just like, oh my gosh, we love you so much, but can you just chill the freak out for 1 minute and just let us take a sip of our drink?
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so that's how breakfast goes. That's how every meal goes with him. If you can't tell, we tried to eat out with him multiple times today, and it just...
No, did not. I mean, it did happen, but it was...
It did, and it wasn't enjoyable.
Feel bad for anybody else that was there.
Yeah, sorry. I hope you still enjoyed your meal, but at least your food was hot. Because,
Yep.
Anyways, breakfast with them, rode the lifts, hung out, did some more podcasts, came home Monday. We decided to just make it home all the way Monday instead of staying in Atlanta on Monday night, which I'm really glad we ended up doing.
Yep.
And we woke up in our own beds on Tuesday, and it was great.
It was fantastic.
And I held true.
Jack did good, though. Jack did good coming home. He fell asleep. Oh, well, he did get on planes.
Yeah.
When we got in the car.
No. We experienced World War III in Montana trying to get him to nap in the carrier.
Oh, yeah, before we left.
That was all me.
Yeah.
So you did not experience that.
I don't care, though.
And then he just, on the second flight, he just laid his head on Jeremiah's chest and just fell asleep. And we were like,
we were both just shook. We had no words. We were like, what just happened?
I've never been more shocked at anything in my life, genuinely. Nothing has ever surprised me in my life more than that moment.
Yeah, it was.
No, I'm like really serious.
It was something like we had never seen before.
It was like out of a movie or something. Like the kid just laid their head down and went to sleep.
Brian and Liz would be mad because we did a few nose strokes and he just went down.
There were no nose strokes. He just did it himself.
Yeah, that was what was crazy. We didn't even bait him into it. He just fell asleep.
I've never been more surprised at anything in my life than I was in that moment, especially just because of the way the traveling naps had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. Then we got home and it was fine. And I held true. I unpacked everything and got it in the wash.
We both did. We both unpacked all of our bags.
Yep.
What are you trying to say? I unpacked all my stuff.
No, yeah, we did. The only thing I couldn't do is put Jax away because he was already asleep. But it was fine. And we got it all done. And we're home. We were very happy to be home.
Back to the grind.
Yeah.
This past week was crazy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of landscape. Got 2 landscape jobs done. Done. And then we're going to repair one because we had a deluge like I've never seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a storm like we have not
so
seen in a long time.
I don't really know it.
It was one of the worst storms we've seen in a long time. We were mowing and we got soaked. I mean, it was crazy. If you saw my stories on Friday, then you know what I'm talking about. And we had just laid sod on a hill the day before. It's a pretty steep hill. We didn't put staples in it originally because I wasn't a normal rain would not have washed it away. It would have been totally fine. This was seriously a storm like I've not seen in months. And so we probably had 30, 40 pieces of sod wash away out of, 200, 250. So got to go fix those this week. It's not a big deal. Just got to wait on new sod to come in. But anyway, that is the recap from Big Sky, Montana. Next year,
really great.
We're going to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah. That's going to be really exciting. I think this is my favorite year yet. I really can't reiterate enough how much I enjoyed it being 2 days.
Yeah, no, it was good.
It forced everybody to spend more time together because you were still going to be there the next day for the conference and you had a little bit more mental energy. I don't know about how everyone else felt.
An 8-hour conference, you're dead by the end of the day.
I feel like it was longer than because it was like we start bright and early.
And we didn't finish till 6. It was 8 to 5 on the schedule. Did not finish.
No, because everybody goes a little bit late. And that's the other thing is when you do it 2 days, you have a little more leeway with being late, you know?
People are pissed because they want lunch, but they'll get over it.
Oh,
they're there for the conference.
They're there for that, yeah. And you have the rest of the day to still hang out with everybody. But if you only have the 1 day conference, then you only have so long.
Yeah, you're getting into people's dinner plans,
and then people try to kind of dip out early by getting up and going home the next day. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like it facilitated more time with everybody and allowed everybody to really take in what everyone spoke about.
Yeah. No, it was good.
There's our 2 cents. It was great.
It was. Hopefully we get to go back.
Over, but glad it happened.
Well, we will be back next year for sure as attendees.
Yes. Can't wait.
Yeah. Excited to see what happens in the future. So I think that's going to wrap this show up. 45 minutes in. That was a pretty good show. I think there's some value in there. Like I said, it's not crazy. You're not going to get everything. It's the cliff notes.
I think it's we just
it's
do
enough,
it to kind of reiterate. And
it's enough to show you why you should be there.
Exactly. It's enough to leave you wanting a little more. Okay, get your ticket for next year. Not That's yet, right. But be on the lookout.
They'll be coming before you know it. I guess probably.
I think they are going to do them earlier this year, just because a cruise takes more prep. So they had talked about doing them a little bit earlier than they have in the past. So we'll see.
That's right. So, cruising in 2024. Excited for that. It's going to be a great year. Excited for the rest of the summer. Equip will be here before you know it. That's the next thing on the list. If you have not signed up yet, you can still get your early bird registration for 50% off using code GG50 there. Save you $12.50. So, if you don't,
it's not nothing.
It's not nothing, especially if you're taking your team with you. You've taken 5 or 10 guys, then that adds up. That's $100.
Yeah.
That you could potentially be saving. And if you wait until the end and you register at the show, that's when it gets insane. Like you're talking $100, $80 to $100, I think, to get into the trade show. Like That's outrageous. You should never pay that for a trade show. You should be in there $10, $15, $20. And so you have the option, $12.50. Use code GG50 there. Or the link in the show notes today. Take you and do it. Takes 5 minutes. Like, I promise you, just go ahead and do it and get it over with. Savannah will be there this year. Excited?
Yeah, I am.
We were talking about that in the truck today, actually.
I know, never
just
been.
About how, like, wild that is. And getting to see everybody again. That's the next thing on the agenda when you get to see everybody. So, like you said, we only get 3 or 4 times a year most of the time to get to hang out. And these events are just so awesome. Getting to hang out and network with people because some of our best friends, and it's crazy. I don't remember who we were talking to or what we were saying, but it was just the simple statement was all of this because of freaking Instagram. Like, that's insane. Yeah. Like, the power of social media. Podcasting now has come into that and grown a big portion. A lot of you guys listen to the show, share the show, things like that. That really does help. Leave us a big rating and review if you enjoy the show. If you want to hear more of the show and keep things coming, then those really know how we steer the show. And so stay tuned for the poll for Brad and Tammy. Those will be coming out of the next couple of days, talking about some questions for them because they'll be joining us in the near future to talk about all of that. But without any further ado, I think that is going to wrap this episode up. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next episode.